Hi guys, so welcome back to another video. As you can see, this is my new microphone that I got, so I'm investing in better audio quality. Let me know if it sounds better. So today, I'm going to be giving you an update about the results from my Part A exam. And I thought it would be quite fun if at the same time, we also do a Sephora haul. I'm gonna try out some of the products that I just bought today. I'm really excited. I really seldom get beauty products or skincare stuff, so this is a big deal and I just got it today, and the results for my Part A exam just came out today, so I thought, why not do it together? So yes, I will be trying on some of the new products that I got while giving you an update about my Part A exam results, as well as how it's going to be like moving forward from now. Let's see what's in the bag. First off, a NARS Creamy Concealer. This is supposed to be really good for dry skin. I'm not going to be going into too much detail, I'm not a beauty guru. The Rare Beauty eyeliner pencil thing. Let's see whether this is a good one, because all the eyeliners pencil I've been using, they're really dry and it's hard to apply. I finally invested in a sunscreen. This is the Supergoop Glow Screen. I'm very excited for this. Oh, sorry, I forgot ASMR. This is the Fenty Skin something. Oh, this is really bad. I don't know what it is, it's not written here. It's supposed to be a mix of sunscreen, moisturizer, and a little bit of tint. So that's the refillable stuff inside. And this is the casing for it. It's a new product, I'm so excited to try it. I bought a little bit too much, so Sephora kind of gave me a free product. And this is the Sephora Matte Lipstick with some thing. And last but not least, we got... I hope this didn't fall on the floor. A Rare Beauty highlighter. Okay, we're gonna open this up first because now I'm just really scared. I think I threw it on the back of the car. God bless. Camera reception. I'm not gonna like react to my results because I already saw my results. My results came out at 6:36 today. It is now 8 p.m. So now I'm gonna pull up and show you guys the email that I got. 2024 Session 1 Part A exam results. To whom it may concern, this is to certify that has passed the Part A bar exam on 5th of June. I have passed all my exams. I actually did the Part A exam twice. After I did it the first time in November last year, I only passed 4 out of the 5 subjects. So if you can see from the results, I passed everything except for land law. Was I surprised? Yes. I always thought land law was one of my strongest subjects. So it really came to me as a surprise when I failed it the first time. But what made me really happy was the fact that I actually got distinction for criminal law. So that was quite unexpected. I'm okay, but I'm not great at criminal law, right? When I first got that result, I was like, okay, because distinction is apparently awarded to quite few people. But yeah, I was just quite proud of myself, the fact that I managed to get a distinction. But I thought it was completely useless to my practice area, and that's because my practice area is tax and private wealth. It's something that's very, very far-fetched from criminal law. I'm not really a huge fan of litigation. I don't think criminal law would have been relevant in any case. But the rest of the subjects like company, evidence, and Singapore legal system, I passed, which I'm happy enough, that I passed. Oh my god, take a look at this glow. This is the glow screen from Supergoop. It's not only a sunscreen, but it gives that healthy glow effect, and I'm loving it. Maybe it's just my screen, but look at it. I love it. All I have on is like moisturizer, by the way. Hello, product. There we go. When I didn't pass the first time round for land law, I was like, okay, now I need to retake my land law exam. So that's what I did. Registered for the next session, and I did my land law exam. I took like a month to study for just one subject, and even then I felt that a month wasn't this is quite cool enough, because I didn't feel 100% prepared for this exam. When I stepped out of the exam hall, I still recall feeling very uncertain about it. I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna pass. And I'm not saying this in like a humble brag way, but it was genuinely that difficult or maybe I'm just not great at the subject, that I felt like, oh my god, I might not have passed. Even though it was my second time taking the same paper. It also didn't help that during my second exam, I invested in a new computer and everything, right? I was like, oh, I don't want to risk my laptop crashing on me during the exam. I just wanted to make sure that I was in the best state because this is my last chance to nail this exam. I actually couldn't open up the paper. I had to get the invigilator to give me a special code to log in. Software was hanging. Luckily, it didn't hang during the exam, but it hung before and after. I had issues submitting the paper. Everyone left the exam hall. I was still trying to submit the paper. I had to restart my computer, reboot the whole thing. The paper got submitted in the end, thanks to some really nice invigilators. It was like, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. It's all saved to the cloud or whatever, so you're not gonna lose your answers. And I just wasn't sure whether I did well or I did badly. For me to receive this result today, I was actually very, very nervous. And when I opened it, I saw pass. I was like, thank God. I did aim to get distinction because I had a whole month to study for it. But I'm gonna be really honest with you. I'm just happy that I passed. There were also a lot of bumps along the way. Let's just say administratively, there were some issues that we got as, and I think this goes for some of my friends as well. There were some issues that we got when we were trying to simply register to take the Part A exam. It's spilling the tea time. In the UK, we love rights and everything, and it's all cool and fun until our professors start to go on a strike. So I'm all for supporting our professors and, their right to pay and everything. But whoa, this marking strike really messed me up so bad. What happened during my last year of my exam was that our professors decided to go on a marking strike. So think about it. I'm a year 3 university student. It's my final year. This exam is going to take up like 60% of my grades. And there might be a chance that the professor isn't gonna mark it and you'll just get X. X will be your mark, which is nothing. If you watch my video over here, you will see how I reacted to the results coming out. Essentially, one of my modules was not marked. And this was the case for a lot of the students in my school and also some other schools in the UK. Was it our fault? No. This was the international news. This was world news, right? Everyone knew about it. It was on, I'm pretty sure it went on Straits Times. It was on the news everywhere. Oh, UK professors went on strike. They're not marking results. So people knew about this. Or what was quite surprising was the fact that when we came back to Singapore and we were registering to take the Part A exam, because some of our modules were not marked, it was marked with the X. There was some confusion by SILE, which is the body that I think is in charge of all these exams. There was some confusion as to whether we really passed our final exams. I could understand that confusion, right? Like, okay, your professor did not mark one paper. What if you failed that paper, correct? Okay. But the thing is, me and along with many of my friends, we were already awarded a mark, a classification. And this was because the university considered the fact that, it's really unfair for us students who have done and put in the effort to study and to do the exam, only to have our marks not returned and to have all that uncertainty which could affect our employment. So our university awarded us the certification under certain circumstances. For example, if you received most of your grades, you are going to get that certification. And for me, that was definitely the case because I only had one module that was not marked. Even then, when we had all these, supporting documents to show that we passed our exams, we were met with a lot of challenges and questions. When I tried to ask for more certainty, like, can I clarify whether I am eligible to take part in the Part A exam? The answer that we got they did not give us much comfort, let's just say that. It felt like SIE was confused about like how they should be treating us, or they were confused about the rules, and we were just not getting any certainty. So I recall literally just 3 or 4 days before my first Part A paper, that was when I got the confirmation that you can sit for your Part A exam. Can you imagine before that, the entire stance was, you might be able to take the Part A exam. But if you are not eligible or qualified, you will take the exam and we will just not be able to release the mark to you. So I would have done the exam for nothing only to have the results not released to me. So that caused a lot of frustration, because at this whole time I was doing my RLT as well, I was doing my training. I'm not going to go into crazy details, but there was some really very minor questions asked that I don't think was very helpful. I think that a lot of improvements can be made. It shouldn't be so difficult for us to try and take the paper. And I understand that a marking strike is an extenuating circumstance, but I think there was sufficient time for people to react and to come up with a stance that they should have taken as to how they would consider us as candidates for the Part A exam. So that's just my hot take on it and my little rant. This was not an experience unique for myself. I'm not going to expose all the rest of my other friends. And in fact, some of them had it worse. And let me tell you why this is very nerve-wracking for a lot of students. If we don't become qualified people to take the Part A exam, we essentially will be either delaying our path to becoming a lawyer, or we are not going to become a lawyer. Can you imagine how that is kind of stressful? Because most of us study law to become lawyers. I wouldn't say there are a lot of exit plans for us law students. For overseas students, our path to becoming a lawyer is quite long. I'm 24 years old this year. I graduated in 2023, last year. I will only become a qualified lawyer under this new regime in 2026 January. The thing with these Part A, Part B exams is that there is a timeline. If you miss the timeline, you're going to delay everything, not by 1 or 2 months, but quite possibly half a year or even one entire year. So it's a very complicated process, and you'll see in like my other video where I drew out the timeline that there are different timings to take different exams. If you miss one, you might need to wait another half a year to take the next exam. I just wanted to come on here to give a little rant, to tell you how all this has not been exactly smooth sailing, but I am grateful that I've passed my exams that I needed to pass, and I can happily and easily move on to doing my Part B. So Part B will be taking place from July to December this year. I'll be starting formal lessons from end of July onwards and the exam will be in sometime in December this year. There will be online classes. There I think might be a few in-person classes, but I heard that it's mostly online, kind of self-study, some Q&A sessions here and there. Okay, let me just show you the final look. I am obsessed. Yeah, for the rest of the year, I will be going into study mode, grind session. It will not be easy. I heard there's like 20 over subjects. The syllabus was really not fixed last year. There was a lot of changes made. It was hectic. But luckily and hopefully for us, we will have a more certain syllabus, because I heard last year some students, they were studying the syllabus and then they were told some parts were removed and some were added, so you could have like studied for nothing and then you had to study new things halfway. It was quite chaotic. So honestly, thoughts and prayers to the previous batch, but hopefully we don't have to go through that anymore. SILE, if you're watching this, I don't know why I'm saying this, but maybe it would help if there is more certainty as to the syllabus, who is eligible to take exams. It would be best if us students could take comfort in some of the assurances that SILE can provide us, instead of having to be directed to the statute most of the time to ascertain our own eligibility, because honestly there are a lot of exceptional circumstances that I really don't think the statutes have accounted for. So I think when that happens, like a marking strike, the body that we turn to as students would be you know. So it would be great if in the future you could provide that certainty and assurance for us, because if not you, who else do we turn to? So that's just my little rant. For future students out there who are going to take your Part A and Part B, Overseas students, I pray that you are not affected by marking strikes. Part A exam, I'm wishing you all the best. Study in advance, don't be complacent. Remember tactics, strategies. If you don't know how to answer a question, move on. It is a probability game. It is probably a bell curve game. That concludes my little update for you while we finish getting ready. I don't know why I'm getting ready. It's 8:30 p.m. I'm about to wash everything off and go to sleep. So thanks for watching this video. I'm still editing a few more videos that they will be coming up. So stay tuned. One of it will be choosing where to study in Singapore or the UK. I thought I would do a comparison video for that. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a long one. Try to make it as informative as I can. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Put it down in the comments below. Subscribe, like. I realize I must say this, if not, people don't do it. Please subscribe and like. Help me get monetized. Your girl needs some income because I'm not gonna earn any for the next few months. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one.